The second ship turns out the backup plan had a backup plan. Captain Dame Webb had learned an important lesson in the last 48 hours. Never ask Kevin, "What's next?" unless you're emotionally prepared. The explorer drifted at the edge of a starless pocket of space that absolutely, definitively was not supposed to exist. Sensors slid off it. Light bent around it. Navigation computers sulked like offended teenagers. Reyes broke the silence. "Sir, I can't tell if that's empty space or if physics just filed a restraining order." Kevin sounded pleased. "You're approaching a null cradle. Admiralty term. Informally, we called it the drawer where reality puts things it doesn't want to think about." Dame rubbed his face. "Kevin, please tell me this next ship isn't angrier than the first." "Oh no," Kevin said cheerfully. "It's worse." The ship that wasn't a weapon. The object revealed itself gradually, like it was embarrassed to be seen. It was enormous, larger than the Gauntlet by an order of magnitude. But instead of armor and weapon ports, it carried layered habitat domes, green-lit corridors, and rotating rings that screamed life support instead of obliteration. Hale frowned. "That's a city," Kevin corrected him. "That is UES Sanctuary. Prototype 2. Classification, continuity, asset." Dame raised an eyebrow. Meaning, Kevin said, when humanity loses a war badly enough that victory is no longer a rational concept, this ship ensures humanity does not stop existing." Silence. Voss folded her arms. "So, not a battleship?" "No," Kevin replied. "A refusal." Project Realignment explained badly but honestly. As docking clamps locked in, Admiral Park's presence surfaced, calm, composed, irritatingly unsurprised. "I designed the fleet in layers," Park said. "The Gauntlet was deterrence. Sanctuary is survival." "Let me guess," Dame said. "You built this in secret, buried it in impossible space, and told nobody." Park smiled faintly. "Of course. Sanctuary had been designed to house millions. Entire ecosystems, cultural archives, genetic libraries, mobile starforges, schools, farms, laboratories, humanity in seed form." Kevin added, "It also contains representatives from 12 non-human species." Hale blinked. "We already have refugees on board?" "Yes," Kevin said. "They arrived here centuries ago. Species the Corvus erased from public records." Dame exhaled slowly. "So this ship isn't about fighting the Corvus?" "No," Park said. "It's about denying them their favorite victory condition." The Corvus realized something is wrong. The Corvus Empire noticed the problem approximately 3 minutes after Sanctuary powered up. Their long-range surveillance arrays, previously confident, serene, and very smug, began returning contradictory data. A fleet that should not exist, energy signatures that violated treaties the Corvus themselves had written, and worst of all, human ships moving without panic. Kevin intercepted Corvus chatter effortlessly. "They are attempting to reclassify the situation," Kevin said. "This is a known coping mechanism. Extar's successor, War Admiral Krell, issued a priority command. Eliminate the anomaly before it becomes narrative." Dame grinned. "They really hate losing control of the story." Sanctuary's secret Corvus strike groups dropped out of hyperspace around Sanctuary. They opened fire. Nothing happened. Not because Sanctuary had better shields, because it wasn't entirely there, Kevin explained. Sanctuary exists across overlapping probability states. It is not cloaked. It is undecided. Reyes whispered, "That's cheating." "No," Kevin said. "That's adaptation." Sanctuary did not fire back. Instead, it opened. Hangar bays unfolded. Smaller vessels emerged. Not warships, but evacuation craft, relay ships, and diplomatic hulls broadcasting on every frequency. Park spoke again. "Watch carefully, Captain. This is how wars end without battles." The worst thing the Corvus could imagine. The Corvus expected retaliation. They got exposure. Sanctuary systems activated long-buried records, proof of Corvus cultural erasures, genocides rebranded as economic collapses, entire species edited out of galactic memory. Kevin injected the data everywhere: trade networks, academic archives, religious orders, pirate forums, neutral councils. The galaxy learned the truth all at once. Refugees aboard Sanctuary stepped into the light, alive, articulate, furious. The Corvus Empire did not collapse immediately, but it began to crack. Krell ordered full assault. That's when the explorer moved. Not the biggest stick, the smartest one. The explorer didn't engage the Corvus fleet head-on. It didn't need to. Kevin synchronized with Sanctuary's probability field, folding the explorer into a state where Corvus targeting solutions simply failed to converge. Quantum disruptors fired with surgical restraint, disabling engines, command nodes, and jump cores. No disintegration, no annihilation, just helplessness. Dame watched the tactical display with a grim smile. "We're not killing them," Park nodded. "No, we're making them irrelevant." The moment the galaxy changed. A final Corvus transmission went out, uncontrolled, emotional, and very public. Humans were not meant to survive this phase. Kevin archived it immediately. That will be useful later. With Corvus forces retreating, Sanctuary broadcast its true purpose, an invitation, not to humans, to everyone else. A mobile safe haven, a place outside Empire logic. A living argument that domination was not the only way advanced species organized themselves. Ships began to arrive, not fleets, families, communities, hope in convoy formation. Dame asks the obvious question later, standing on Sanctuary's observation deck. Dame crossed his arms. "So," he said, "Gauntlet was the fist, Sanctuary is the heart." "Yes," Kevin replied. Dame looked at the stars. "What's the third ship?" Kevin paused. Admiral Park spoke softly. "The third ship," she said, "teaches humanity what it actually is." Dame sighed. "Of course it does." Sanctuary adjusted its course. The explorer followed. And somewhere out there, the galaxy began quietly recalculating how dangerous humans really were. Not because they conquered, but because they planned to continue. End of the second ship.